Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a continuation of my liquid lipstick review series finally, and today is the indie brand Tori Lala. So if you watched my last video, my get ready with me, I had started filming this and my jet lag was so bad. At around 3 o'clock I thought, oh, I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit and then I'll get up and finish filming the first check-in and the last one, and I totally fell asleep. I fell asleep until like 6 o'clock. So I kind of missed the rest of that. So this is not going to be a first impressions of this lipstick. I already know how it wore, but I'm going to show you here on camera. So as always, guys, I have exfoliated my lips with my Sarah Happ lip scrub, and then I moisturized my lips with my Kaplan MD Lip 20 Balm. Now I'm just going to remove the excess. The company sent me this wax lip liner that they have, and I'll go into that in the first check-in of some of the details on these. It's basically just like, if you're familiar, OCC makes one as well. It's basically just straight up wax, and you line the outside of your lips, and that can prevent feathering if you have wrinkles in that area, and it just helps them keep in place. Since I've never used a straight up wax lip liner in any of my reviews, I'm going to stick with a normal pigmented lip liner to keep as many things the same as possible. So just like I've been doing lately, I'm going to line half my lips with lip liner and I'm going to leave the other half without to see if that affects transfer as the day goes on. I typically like to line my lips because when you go in with a liquid lipstick, depending on how the applicator is and if it kind of puts up that like thicker wave of product on the outside, I just prefer to go in with a lip liner so I get a crisper line. I'm gonna move my mirror closer here and I'm just going to line this half of my lips. The lip liner I'm going to be using today is the Kat Von D Everlasting Lip Liner in the shade X. I love these lip liners. They are super creamy and easy to put on. You give this a good shake and then I will zoom in for application. So again, this is not a first impressions for me. I already know what this smells like. It smells like very, very faint chemical smell. It does not have like a vanilla or cake batter smell. It doesn't bother me. I mean, you really have to inhale to kind of get any kind of scent from this. This is what the applicator looks like, just a standard doe foot applicator. Okay, there we go. From what I've learned from my first application to this application, as this isn't one that's really good to go in really heavy with. So when I take the applicator out, I just scrape it on the side and put it on, and that works really well. When I went on with kind of like more, it made it a little streaky, which I'm not really having that problem now. There is a couple like lighter little spots that you'll see when I zoom in here. Just a couple little spots up there. Can't remember what video it was on, but if you guys remember, and I know a lot of you asked me, I had put some swatches on the back of my hand and I could not rub them off, and I had mentioned that like I was scared to put one of these on my lips, and I didn't tell you what brand it was. It was this brand, and I will get into that in the second check-in. The closest brand I could compare this to formula-wise would be the Beauty Bakery, because it's not thick and moussey like some liquid lipsticks. This is thin and very pigmented. As this dries down, you can definitely feel it's slightly dry around the borders of them, but it almost keeps like a slight, I wouldn't call it sticky, but a slight tack. So you guys know the spiel, it's always the same. Let's see if I remember it because I haven't done one of these in a long time. I'm gonna give this a total of 8 hours worth of untouched wear. I will not retouch this, I will not apply a gloss. I will go about my day. I'll do my first check-in in 4 hours, and then I will do the last check-in in the additional 4 hours. At the end of this video, I will show if they are transfer proof by doing a kiss test, and I will also show how they layer if they've worn away in any certain areas. In the first check-in, I give you guys all the details, cost, color selection, all of that stuff. It is currently 12:04. I will see you guys in 4 hours. Hey guys, so it's currently 4:42. Sorry about the glare on my phone. There is a window right in front of me so I can get some natural light on my face. As always, I'll zoom in to show you the wear. I had my standard chai tea from Starbucks because I have chai tea issues. I also ate some tomato bisque soup, and I've been chowing down on candy. And you wonder why I just had 7 cavity spells. I'll brush my teeth after this though. I brought Giselle to Sausalito last week on Wednesday. And after we did lunch, there's a little candy shop in there, and they have like all of these old school like penny candies and different things. And I got some apple ones and cherry ones. I love sour candies, especially sour gummy candies, as long as they're vegetarian and they don't have any gelatin in them. So this is held up really well. It is a little more on the dry side, but not very uncomfortable. Like, I would call the Beauty Bakery ones are probably the driest formula I have tried out of any liquid lipsticks. Probably up there rivaling, I would call Lime Crime kind of dry too, but definitely Beauty Bakery is the most dry. These aren't as dry as Lime Crime, but they're getting up there, but still comfortable. They do have a slight, like when I touch them, it doesn't feel like sandpaper, but there is a tack to them. These are wearing really well. You can see I kind of have a little worn away where I ate the soup. Okay, now let's get into some of the details on these. This brand is called Tori Lala. This is an indie brand right up out of Foster City up here in the Bay in San Francisco, Northern California. Currently, to the best of my understanding, the only place to find these is on their own personal website, which I will have linked below. The cost for these is $16.99, and their website says anywhere in the US, free shipping all the time, no order minimum. I mean, besides, obviously, you have to order something for them to ship to you. I do not see anything about international shipping. Just went to build a cart with the tax in California. One of these would be $18.22. I currently do not see any discount codes available. They have 3 different formulas, which I'll touch on in a minute, and this is the packaging for the mattes, like the one I'm wearing right now. This is the packaging for the metal, so I think these are like the metal matte. This is called metal matte, so the mattes seem to be in black, or the long lasting. And then they have one called the Demi, which I'll tell you the difference in a minute, and it comes in like this little goldish packaging. All of these are made in the US, and you're getting 5.3 grams of product, or 0.19 ounces. The metals have a 12-month shelf life, and the Demis and the mattes both have a 24-month shelf life. I don't have an order date or shipping information because Tori Lala did send these to me in my P.O. box. I apologize about that, but these are going to be shipping out of Foster City up here in Northern California. For the shade selection, again, they do have 3 finishes. These True Mattes that I'm wearing right now, there are 11 different shades to choose from. They don't have anything like super odd, like a bright green or a bright blue. They're really pretty and then everyday wearable colors. The Demi Matte, they have 6 of, and the Demi Matte, so I swatched the 2 other finishes on my hand. So this one is the metallic, and then this one is the Demi Matte. So according to their website, this one is not going to be transfer proof. This is just supposed to be like a long wearing liquid lipstick. It does stay tacky. This color actually almost reminds me of like a pudding swipe, but it does have a tack to it. So they're saying it's not as glossy as a gloss, but it's not obviously matte like a matte lipstick. Then these metal metallics, these are gorgeous. I'll have to try these out at a later date because they do have shimmer to it and they are long wearing, but again, if I poke on them, they do have like a tacky feeling. So at the end of this, I'll see if it's still on my hand and I'll see how it rubs away. I would have to do a whole separate review because metallics do tend to be a different formula with the added glitter and reflective pigments in there. It can kind of flake off and wear different. I can't speak to those because I haven't tried them yet. Just be made aware of that in case you go online and you're like, oh, the mattes were awesome. Let me get all the metal mattes too. All of their products are vegan and cruelty-free, which is really nice. I'm gonna speak to the matte that I'm wearing now. Their claims on the mattes are that they're highly pigmented, that they glide right on, dry down to a kiss-proof matte finish. I went through the ingredients on here. There are some solvents, some emollients, some things that control viscosity, preservatives, and antioxidants, and a moisturizer. Nothing in here that would cause me any concern for putting it on my lips. These have remained fairly comfortable on my lips. Again, a little dry on the inside corner here. That's all I pretty much have to say about these guys now. I will see you in another 4 hours for the final check-in. Just noticed while I was editing that this light bulb burnt out, and now that's gonna drive me insane. I love this vanity, but those bulbs burn out pretty quickly. Hey guys, it's currently 8:14. It has been a total of 8 hours since initial application of this liquid lipstick. This has worn amazing. The only area it has worn away is on the inside of my lip right here, and I'm in the process right now of eating some nachos. So I've been on like this really big chip kick lately. Like I'm a big texture person and I love crunch, but I made some nachos with Amy's vegetarian refried beans because normally refried beans have lard in them. and cheese and tons of jalapenos. I'll show a picture. I'll go take one. So given that, everything I've eaten and drank, I had some water out of a straw. I've only had chai tea and water out of a straw today, and then I had the soup, candy, and nachos, and I'll probably eat one more time before I go to bed, but I've been editing all day, so I haven't been snacking a lot. These have remained really comfortable, pretty much the same. Some liquid lipsticks start off kind of comfortable and then get uncomfortable. These have remained the same exact comfort the entire time. I am having more want to lick the middle and corners of my lips though now. So I wanted to show you these two. The Metal Matte has held up just as well as when I put it on, and this Demi Matte is turned into a mess, if you can see. So I'm assuming the wax pencil was for these Demi Mattes if you want kind of like a glossy lipstick, but it appears the only ones that are going to be like kiss-proof and long-wearing is the matte and then the Metal Mattes. So let me zoom in to show you. So literally, look, there's like no wearing away. So how these rank will be determined by the kiss test and how they layer. Nothing on the back of this hand. No transfer. Do I have any? There is a very slight little dot of color right there from the outside of my lips. And let's see. That would have been the side that I lined with lip liner on the top there. Let me give this a good shake. Okay. So right in the middle there, you wipe off the excess. So right where it wore away, which was just on that tiny little inside corner piece, it is kind of flaking. It's almost like it was perfect in the areas, and then when I tried to put a second coat on, it's kind of almost rubbing away those areas that were perfect. Right on the inside there. I did forget to mention in my first check-in that they also make these removers. I've tried to take these off with my makeup removing balm and scrub them, and it's very difficult. I've tried with olive oil, I've tried with coconut oil. Beauty Bakery makes something similar to these. They're just, they have some fatty alcohol and lots of oil in here that basically help remove it. I'll show you that in a minute because I want to finish stuffing my face with my food, so I'll want to take these off. I have my list printed up here. It's been a while. I've done 41 of these. I think 42 since I did one twice. Okay, I have to say I'm really impressed with these. This is kind of like a brand that people are sleeping on because I honestly had never heard of these until she sent me these. I like it that they're an indie company. I like it that it's run by women. I'm going to have to say, I'm going to put these at the new number 4 and bump everything Beauty Bakery and down. I do love the Beauty Bakery ones as well, except those are a little more dry. It's right on the cusp of my comfort level for the full 8 hours. These were very comfortable. They did not layer excellent, but this just held up. I mean, it hardly wore away through everything I just ate. So for that reason, I do find it better than everything that's below it. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend these to you guys. Anyway, the matte ones and the metal matte ones look really pretty. I'll have to do these again in a different review. I'll post my updated list here, and I will also post it on Instagram if you guys want to go screen capture that. Some of you say you like it for shopping. As always, everything in the green is my I do not hesitate to recommend. The yellow is buy with caution because I've had issues with them, and the red is no-go for me. Let me show you with the makeup wipe. These are some micellar water makeup remover wipes. So I can take off what I just put on, but watch this. It's starting to come off. Okay, so let me zoom in a little more. I would recommend, because these are kind of like a stain, if you don't buy these pads, I would recommend that you keep like definitely a coconut oil around. So these pads are, and they take them right off. I only look a little bit like Courtney Love. I thought I was gonna look extra crazy. Wasn't too bad. Just like before, guys, I've left a voting list down below. You guys can vote to see which liquid lipstick I own that you want to see next. I have a giant bag of them from Request. I haven't done one in about 5 months. So it'll show you every one that I've already reviewed and the ones that I have waiting up on deck. Whoever gets the most votes, I will do that one next. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.